Yo, what's good, man? I'm talking to everybody out there, Spotify, all my iTunes listeners, everybody out there. This is my brand new podcast. I go by the name of T-REV 757. I am a musician. I like to game. I do a lot of different things. We're gonna cover a lot of topics. This is my first episode, and it's gonna be on all platforms. As you see, you might be listening to it now, like, oh, damn, yeah, I'm new to this. I really like podcasts. I mean, I'm a very interested person. I do a lot of research. We are at our worst times in the world right now, and it couldn't be any worse. I really just want to get to it, man. This is called the Nothing But Success podcast. And I named it Nothing But Success, and I want to break down why I named it Nothing But Success. Because if you put your mind to anything that you want in your life, you'll always see nothing but success. That's not always the case if you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You always want to have both feet in order to see nothing but success. And if you really want that, you got to use positive energy. Surround yourself by positive people, because there is a lot of negative people out there that are ready to just knock you down. And you got to get those type of people out of your life, because if you don't get them out of your life, your head's going to be down. And depression, I struggle with depression. Anybody who knows me knows I struggle with severe depression. This podcast is going to have no filter, period. There's no filter on this podcast. And there are some subjects that I do want to touch on. I'm going to start with, right now, I want to talk about disaster. This is a battle rap topic that I want to talk about. Disaster versus the one and only Crooked I, man, from Slaughterhouse. Now, this is going to be huge in a lot of ways, because Disaster has paved the way. Disaster has put in his work on grind time. And let me just tell you one more thing before I jump into this. None of this is written down. I didn't script any of this. This is all off the top of the head. And that's just how you're going to get it, man. No filter, off the top of the head. Disaster is probably my number one favorite battle rapper. I have him and Big K right there. And then I got Pat Stay. And then you got a lot of greats out there like Arsenal. And just tons. There's a lot of talented battle rap artists out there. So let's go ahead and get into it like this, man. Disaster versus Crooked I. That's gonna be legendary, man. Disaster has opened the gates to so many different things, rapping in different languages. This man was going to battles constantly, battling dudes like Caustic, battling dudes like, man, he battled Caustic, Pat Stay, Arsenal, No Can Do, Organic. Bro, I can't even think. Well, Iron Solomon, the dudes battled. I already said Cassidy, right? He smashed Cannabis. He smashed Jonai. Jonai came up out of nowhere with Disaster style. Literally had it in his mouth, and like Disaster just straight up pummeled the dude's style, bro. Like Disaster, he has his ups and downs, man. I'm telling you this right now. If Disaster comes in fully prepared on his Cannabis type shit, in the way that I felt like when he was facing Math, like he was really smoking Math in the altercation. Math kind of had that coming, but at the same time, like, I don't know. Anyways, that's just a part of history. That I looked at that at Math Hoffa. That's karma for all the punches and stuff that he threw in battle rap. But that's another topic for another day. I want to talk about the success of Disaster, man. And I just want to say, period, that I'm proud of every move that you're making right now. And I'm a huge fan, man. I've been watching you go overseas, freestyling battle dudes and just ripping dudes apart with crazy shit that I've never seen nobody do, bro. Like, this man right here has motivated me in many different ways. I have plenty of influences, but I love battle rapping myself. You know what I mean? As our diss tracks are different. Yeah, I did those, but I actually can really prepare a 3-round, and that may be something that y'all see later that I might get into if I get that connection. But anyways, man, Disaster has really made a name for himself. He went on Total Slaughter. I felt like they did him bogus. You had Joe Budden being very biased against him when he went on Total Slaughter. But hey, he was seen out there by the world. It was in New York, so I feel like there was some biased shit going on. And that's just my opinion. And I'm from Virginia Beach, 757, Norfolk, VA, man. That's where I'm from. That's where I come from. But anyways, like I said, Disaster has paved the road for many of people, man. He's had a legendary battle with DNA, a legendary battle. Even people say he lost to Cassidy. I really don't think he lost to Cassidy. Cassidy just talks his shit. and makes people believe that he won by the tactics and antics that he has, like a daylight type thing. You know what I'm saying? Cassidy's got bars. Don't take it away. I listened. I was bumping Cassidy when I was 13, 14, 15. You know what I mean? And all that other shit before I became an artist. Like, I was freestyling then, but I wasn't really in the studio like I was when I turned 17. And that's another subject and another topic that we're going to talk about. But this event coming up, GTX, that they're bringing back, what, Lush One, all them guys being involved. I've been seeing the stuff that KOTD's doing, and I feel like KOTD's falling off. You got Smack. They want you to pay for subscriptions and all this other bullshit over there, and I think it's a bunch of fucking bullshit, to be honest with you. Like, they're making artists sign their life away, literally, like a record label. Like, it is super goofy over there at Smack. I am a fan of some of the Smack rappers. I'm not gonna cap on that. I'm not gonna sit here and lie like I don't watch none of the battles, because I do. But I'm gonna tell you this right now, like, there is a lot of Caparino over there, and you know it, I know it, we know it. This right here, the podcast that you're listening to, will be on my YouTube channel, which is all capital T-REV space 757. You can go on here and watch this. There's a video version of it, and the audio is gonna be where y'all are listening to it right now, Spotify or iTunes, wherever you just choose to listen to it at. But man, listen, dog, I'm telling you, this is gonna be very big. I'm thinking Crooked I is gonna come out and go ham. I mean, every possibility is on the table. I really think that he's taking this serious, and that he's gonna come in here, and him and Disaster are gonna stamp something that somebody from that was in the industry never did. You know what I'm saying? And that's just something that I feel, and I wanted to touch on. And another thing I wanted to touch on about let's go to the next topic, the Slaughterhouse, Crooked I, and the big thing that they had going on, and them all on live. And you had you had Joel Ortiz on there, and then you had Joe Budden, what I'm telling him, the SMD, suck my you know what. And it got real crazy like that. I heard they made up or whatever, and apologies, and ran into each other at a hotel. Just know I pay attention to all that. I know Crooked I is my favorite. I've been messing with Joel for a long time, bro. Like, we could take it back to Joel, man. Like, Joel is a animal. Joe Budden, I ain't really been too big of a fan of, even his whole shit. Pump it up. Like, I don't know, like, I just never really been a fan of Joe Budden. Like, Joe Budden he's lyrical, he makes good music, like, to other people, but to me, like, I mean, he's a writer. Yeah, he's a writer, but I'm not a big fan of his style. The only verse I ever liked from Joe Budden was on a Shady Cypher. You know what I'm saying? Crooked I, that dude, man, he's an animal, bro. Like, we can go. I'm telling you, there's so much. Like, Crooked I is like somebody that I dream to get on a track with, because that man represents lyrical rap the way it's supposed to be done, just like Eminem and Royce. You know what I mean? I mess with Royce. I do mess with Royce the 5'9", and I just feel like the whole Slaughterhouse could have did that differently. But Joe Budden is so Joe Budden is so stuck up in his head, bro. Like, I don't know what's wrong with that dude. Like, bro, like, everything's about a bag. There are people in my position that are struggling out here to make money, to do what they do, and the passion that they have in their soul. People would die to be in that man's position, and I just can't respect somebody like that kicks shit in the dirt like that is so valuable to not yet the fans, but to a person that has passion, that has talent. That shit, it just rubs me the wrong way, because when you have a bond with people and you make music together, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, the bag, I'm making this much. It's like, man, fuck all that shit. When was hip-hop? Hip-hop is just, like, based on complete money now. But yeah, that could have been handled better, man. That could have been handled better. And then you got the drill scene. And I feel like really the drill scene started with Project Pat, 3-6 Mafia, and the boys back in the day, but a lot of people be claiming drill scene started with, like, Dirk and all these other cats, and I don't know these dudes like that. I've heard a few of their songs, really not my taste, but it is what it is, man. Like, it's what music's turned into. Like, Right now we're in a day and age where everything is independent. Like, you gotta make it independent. You want to, if you want to do shit, you need to do it independent. You need to have your merch in house. You need to have everything in house. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Everything has gotta be in house, bro. That's just a complete fact to everything that I'm saying right now. Like, you could do it. You could merch machine, studio, engineer, mix and mastering, and that goes in with the engineer part of it. Producer. You could do it independently in this world right now. You don't need a record label. I mean, look at these people who sign a deal, get a couple songs out. Next thing you know, they're broke because somebody else is digging in their pockets. When independently, you could take off with the music scene right now, and that's a big thing that I want to touch on too. People seem to think they need to get a record deal, and I'm just like, I look at those people like, what do you mean a record deal? You know what I'm saying? Like, you do not need a record deal. You don't. There's rarely any good record deals out there right now. People will slam out 10 million, blah, blah, blah. I remember the whole 6ix9ine when he went to prison. Oh, he got a record deal, that he's got money, this and that. But what is really 6ix9ine doing? 6ix9ine is just poisoning all these kids out here, just like a lot of these people are, bro. Are just promoting, kill, shoot, bang, bang, bang them up. And look what's happening all around the world right now. And this is another subject I'm touching on right now. Just look at it. Look what's going on in the world right now, bro. If you turn on the news, almost every day you see a mass shooting. It's a mass shooting every day. You got these racist white people. I'm white, so you don't think I'm a white guy, bro. And there's racist people on every side of the fence and every color. See, me, I don't judge a book by its cover. I judge somebody by their mentality in the way that they carry themselves. That's how you should be judging people. And in this world today, and a lot of things that are going on, people are just not, they're not, it's not like how it used to be, man. I feel the shift in the universe. I'm somebody who's in tune with energy, and I can tell when somebody's just half, you know, their foot's half in, half out, half in, half out, and their energy's just not right. And I just tell them people get far the fuck away from me, bro. Or, you know, I just distance myself from them, because them type of people right there are the type of people that are gonna bring that negativity around you, and that's gonna throw you off your pivot, and you you're gonna stall out. I just want to speak to the young artists that hit me up all the time, and I feel bad because I can't get to everybody. There's so many messages and people asking this, Trev this, Trev that, Trev this, Trev that, and it's like, yo, look, man, look, what you need to do is practice your craft. Whatever it is, music, whatever. If you like music, man, you need to practice your craft. Listen to good artists. Listen to good music like Big L, Pun, KRS-One, Khan. We can keep going with names, man. Pac. Study the greats, man. Study the greats. Biggie. You know what I mean? Study the greats. 50 Cent, Eminem, Ludacris. One of my biggest inspirations, Ludacris, bro. Mode 3. I actually like Mode 3, and a lot of people like, yo, he's a drill rapper, but he was like one of the first dudes out of Texas that I mess with super heavy. Like, I wouldn't say one of the first ones, but he's one of the main ones I mess with out of Texas. I like Twista, bro. Music like that. Twista's from Chicago too, and he raps different, you know, like Adrenaline Rush and all that. Bone Thugs and Harmony. That's what you need to do. Study that. A lot of these new rappers that are coming out are studying these new rappers, and they think that they need a record deal, so they get on, throw some auto tune on, and just start doing this. You know what I mean? And it's just like, yeah. And it's like, bro, like, come on, man. When is lyricism faded away in the manner that it has? Like, can anybody explain that to me? Because right now, we could drop something with lyricism in it and people don't pay attention to it. But if that lyricism has something negative in it about killing somebody or smoking an op pack, or not even just lyricism, the drill rap scene is mostly like that right now. Y'all youngins need to tighten up out there, because all it is y'all talking about this and that, and then when somebody dies from the other side, y'all are over here, I'm smoking on him, and then somebody dies over here, they make a video, yo, I'm smoking on him. See, that shit right there is lame, and y'all need to cut that out, man, because that's what you're teaching the younger generation these days right now. You're teaching them that grabbing a gun and going out and acting crazy and robbing people and doing stupid shit is the right thing to do, and that is dumb. It's crazy. You got these racist ass kids going into markets with the N word written on the end of a gun on a Twitch stream platform, lighting up the whole place, wanting to take out blacks, and then making a big novel, a PDF with why he thinks this and that. People's heads are so messed up, and a lot of the faults come from the parents. Y'all rub this off on your kids, so somebody around y'all is racist and y'all are running with that and y'all are studying into that, and these little kids are able to grip up an AR and just walk into anywhere and melt 10 people, take 10 people's lives, 10 innocent people's lives because they hate the color of their skin. Just think about that. This is messed up, man. I hate seeing life like this. I really do. I hate seeing life in this manner. Like, that's the life we live in now. COVID-19. Like, bro, when COVID-19 hit, PPP loans and going to jail and prison. They used all that money to go get guns and do all this crazy shit. When are we all going to come together as one and realize that main media is trying to make us go against each other? And I know a lot of woke people out there that are on the same level as I am that know that's exactly what they're doing to us. They're making us go against each other. That's what they're trying to do. That shit don't work against me, but it works against a lot of these brain dead people who believe everything they see on the internet and follow all these conspiracy ass bullshit ass stories that ain't even true. There is some conspiracies out there that is, but that's another topic for another day too. This is just the first episode of some stuff I'm getting off my mind and that I'm thinking of. Like I was looking up the other day, man, this FBG Cash, a dude out of Chicago. He was, he wasn't the best person in life, but he didn't deserve to die the way he did. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world right now, man. Look at gas prices. Look at just the way that everybody's being portrayed. Look how Young Dolph was taken out. For instance, Young Dolph, like, going to his own hometown to give away turkeys, and this man literally loses his life at a cookie shop. I wasn't a fan of Young Dolph's music. I'm gonna be the first to say that. I'm not gonna sit here and say, yo, I was a fan of Young Dolph's music, but that, man, that is something that I would do when I make it up higher in the independent scene. Go back to my city and give back to the kids, to the struggling people, because I've been there, bro. I know what it feels like to live without electricity, water. Man, we live without electricity and water for over a year where I grew up in. And I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. When I grew up out there and I was with my mom, and my mom's a drug addict, and I'm leaving that right here flat right now for my viewers or anybody listening to this right now. My mom's a straight drug addict. We grew up half the time water, electric off, having to take a shower at the neighbors. People don't know what that feels like. See, I know what that feels like. So when I get something, I always want to give back. And a lot of people don't live like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not raised like that. And then you got most of these people turn out, I had got into a lot of trouble as a juvenile. I was in and out of facilities. I'm being locked up, not going to school, catching felony assault batteries, and just out running wild and doing a lot of resentful shit that, I really resent to this day. Like a lot of things that I held in and I didn't realize, man. I'm 31 years old now and woke up not too long ago. Mentally, once you start thinking about life and all the grudges that you hold against people in your heart, you got to let that stuff go to let your soul free. I pray to God. I let him know, hey, I'm letting all the past go, because all of that is stress on my chest. It's causing me to have panic attacks. It's causing me to, I struggle from PTSD from things that I went through and seen in my hood growing up. And people, I know a lot of people out there can relate with that. Seeing somebody take their last breath, and that's another story in another episode. Let's go ahead and jump into the shooting of Uvalde, where the guy went in and the police, man, this had me outraged. The police are outside handling parents the way that they should be running into the school. The parents were about to run in by themselves. The police weren't going in. The killer's in there murking people, dude. I seen the story. Poor little girl picked up the phone. She picked up the phone, called police, watched everybody in there die, and she dies. And this is what we're going through in America. I get it. You want to stricten up gun laws. Cool. But maybe do it for the ones with the mental health problems that just don't know what they're doing with their gun. Because when they get a gun, their intent's a lot different than somebody that's protecting their family. And that's what a lot of y'all fail to see. You just want to take everybody's guns. And that shouldn't happen. Because there's a lot of responsible gun owners in this world that stand against that bullshit. Them libtards need to cut that out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all wanted Biden in office. Look, we got Biden in office and look at everything. Gas prices are up. Everything's up. I think that's corny, bro. Like a lot. I was telling, man, Trump got his own money. Trump was leading us in the right way. Did I like every way that he moved? No. Is he a better president than Biden? Yes. I just wanted to touch up on that because I think that's important to touch up on. A lot of people aren't seeing that. A lot of people don't get that. You need to understand, get woke, man, because this ain't a game out here. It is not a game. None of this is a game. And people are just playing, you thinking that everything going on out here is just a game. Turn on the news. Go on YouTube. I don't even watch the news. I go on YouTube. I see everything that's going on. You got all these bloggers that touch up on things every day talking about negativity, demons out here killing people. And it's true, people are. There's a lot of people out there that ain't raising their kids. They grew up without daddies and they pick up a gun, join a gang, and they want to go bang, 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 bang. I used to be the ones that hang around homies in gang. I ain't never banged in my life, but I've been around them and I seen shit. I seen people take their last breath. I've been in situations before where I done got shot at. I had to shoot back. And those situations affect somebody's mind for a long time, for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? When you walk around with a gun like I do, it's like I feel like my life's in danger. And that's what that does. That puts you in go mode constantly. I'm always on the alert, on the lookout. It's crazy, man. And they want to take their guns from responsible people who would actually protect somebody. See, what they did at that school in Uvalde was ridiculous. And I feel like I don't agree with what they did. The police should have acted sooner. You had 21 people who died, 19 kids and the 2 teachers. Come on, man. We're better than this out here. We're better than this out here, and we need more awareness to this. Anyways, let's jump into it again. I mean, look at the drill culture. Like, just look at the drill culture right now and everything going on. The war, like FBG Duck, and he made some good music. FBG Duck, Mo 3. Look at all these people who died. FBG Cash. I think Mo 3 had that on lock, and that's just me being honest. That man can rap, sing, and all that. Just look at it like. Look at all the people that we're losing over senseless violence, and it's the music that we're preaching. And I know Mo 3 talked that shit, and I know FBG Duck talked that shit, but why don't you just keep it music and then talk to your people? Put out a message to the people like, hey, this isn't cool. We shouldn't be doing this. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be doing this at all. None of you know what I mean? Like, I'm preaching what I lived before. Go to school, get your education. You know, it's not cool to carry around a gun and just shoot innocent people and rob people. Like, for instance, what was his name? Money Gang Vontae. He was from Chicago. He moved to LA. He was in New York at a pharmacy store. So I pull up a video, right? I see these, what is it? Like 4 or 5 dumbass kids that show they're like maybe 20s. Going, yeah, maybe in their a couple in their teens, but some were older. These dudes went up with no mask, ran in the store, beat the dude down, was hitting him with an umbrella or something over his head, bang, bang, bang. Then the other guy pulls out a gun, pops the clip in. You already got his money. They already ripped the necklace off him, and they stand over him and pow, pow, pow. They shoot this man dead. And you see him like this, bro. Like, you already got his money. You got his chain. What are you killing him for? Why are you even you can't go get it. You can't put in an application and get a job. You got to rob another man. You got to go and rob another man at gunpoint and then kill him. That's what the word. And this has been going on for a long time. I'm 31. I ain't stupid. I lived in Allentown, Pennsylvania. I grew up in Norfolk, Virginia, Ocean View. Look it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here the east side of Chicago now. Bro, we done, like, it's crazy, bro. Like, just the other day, I pulled up at the store. I went to Family Dollar, right? And I pull up at the parking lot, and dudes got two big ass pistols on his. I think one was a 45 and he had a 9mm. The homie was cocking the gun. Homie was cleaning his gun up and shit, and it was cocking in. I just hopped in the whip and dip because I ain't know, like, all I had was my little 22 on me, and I'm like, damn, bro, like, what is this dude doing? Like, what is he about to do? And he was literally parked right next to me, so when I couldn't help but see the guns right on his lap, and he had just cocked one when I went by, so the 45 was on his lap, 9 in his hand. I know what guns look like. I mean, I own them. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy. Like, I was like, damn. Like, what's old boy doing? Like, why is you sitting in an open parking lot, broad daylight? Like, people, and it's crazy. It's like that in VA too. It's crazy like that out here in Chicago too. You know what I'm saying? I know it's going down like that. It's crazy like that in VA because it's an open to carry. You can just go buy a gun in VA and walk it right. You go. It's the wild, wild west in VA, Norfolk VA. Go buy a gun, walk out the store with that bitch on your hip. You know what I'm saying? With no worries. Walk out that bitch. As long as that joint's showing, as long as it's out in the open, you good to go. As long as you ain't got a felony, you good to go. As long as you ain't on probation, you're good to go. I just want to, I want to say this too. The people that are the leaders of your cities that have all this violence going on and people dying and losing their lives. Why? You doing all that to get caught up? Just look at the Young Thug situation. The dude is in his whole entire clique with 27 and a couple other people, 27 people, and you don't think none of them are gonna rat? That man's looking at, if he gets off, I'd be surprised, bro. That dude is cooked. Young Thug is cooked. That dude's cooked, bro. Real, that's just the real about it. Like, he's cooked, he's done for it, bro. Just, they got a whole bunch of, he tried to put a hit out on people and all type, bro. Like, and this is the stuff that they're preaching, man. This is the stuff they're preaching. It ain't a white thing. It ain't a black thing. It ain't a Chinese thing. It ain't a Mexican thing, Puerto Rican thing. It ain't none of that, bro. It's straight up people that can't lead a street life after getting some money. Like, it's hard to do. People just keep continuing living that life, and they get caught up. Like, what they said, he's been being investigated since 2012. He was putting hits out on people and shit. It's just crazy, man, how the world is going. And I just want to document a lot of this stuff and touch on a lot of subjects, man. Like, this ain't gonna be a one-based podcast where I just talk about one topic all the time. It's gonna be about music, sports, boxing, whatever, everything. Everything's gonna be mixed. Hot topics. And I want to, anybody that wants to come up and cover subjects with me on a podcast, I could pull you up, set you a spot up right on the screen. Everything's going on through my distribution company. I'm putting this podcast up as an audio so people can listen to it on Spotify or whatever, and really tune in and just get it, get down with it. And so I'm gonna take this little segment right here to tell you guys a little bit about myself. My name is T-REV. I'm a musician. I'm a gamer. You know what I'm saying? I got a woman. She's the love of my life. She makes music too. And it's cool to have somebody who makes music too, because it's the first woman I've been with that makes music, and she's just, she's unbelievable with it. And she's smart. She's savvy. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, I'm 31 years old. I done been through it all, lived in the trenches in Norfolk, Virginia, Norfolk, VA, Tidewater, stand up, the 7 cities. But now I'm out here, East Chicago, and I done see, bro, like I said, I lived in Allentown, Pennsylvania. You know how, if y'all know what's up, y'all know what Allentown's like. Virginia Beach, Virginia, in hood spots, in goddamn the hood, Scarborough Square, Magic Hollow, beefing back and forth, people getting shot and killed. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up all around that, bro. Like, that's all I grew up in, bro. We lived off food stamps growing up, and I've always, I never really got my head together until I was like 27, 28 as far as like pushing this music, because I got the talent, but I ain't really see that I needed to get rid of all the negativity around me. And once I did that, good things started happening for me. And as of recently, I've been battling with depression and stuff like that, and I kind of fell back because I wanted to study some things and see the way things are changing. I mean, you got the algorithms changing. Everything is really changing out here. So I've been trying to come up with a new business game plan to attack. You know what I mean? Like this podcast, for instance, this lets me talk to you guys and tell you, or just speak my opinions and tell you things about me and tell you things about that you may not be woke about that's going on around you. I mean, that's what this does. But anyways, like I said, I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. My name is T-REV. I'm a musician. I love gaming. I love sports. Always played baseball as a kid. Always played basketball. Played football. Did them all. You know what I mean? I come from the 757, mostly raised in Norfolk and Ocean View. I went to Granby High School. I went to Lansdowne High School. Well, I only made it to 9th grade. I'm a 9th grade dropout, but I was jumping to schools, getting kicked out because I was fighting and all that bullshit. But I grew up about 16, 17. I took a bus and left and lived in Long Island, New York. I moved out to Babylon, West Babylon, New York. Was out there for a while. Would always go to my homie's crib. His name is Joey Rose. Hopefully you doing good, Joey. I ain't heard from you in a minute, but went out there. That's when I really started getting into music. Got into his studio. We made a mixtape in like 2-3 days. It's still on my page somewhere. You can find it. That was really when I got into rapping. And when I heard myself in like a legit studio, I was like, damn, that sounds good as hell. But yeah, man, my pops, he was around here and there, you know what I mean? He was there. My pops was there at times, but he wasn't at the same time. Like, he was always traveling and working, and he can hear this and hate me for it all he wants, but he really wasn't there like a real father should have been there. So I was really running the streets wild, man, and I really didn't learn all these things until later in my age, when I had a wake-up call when they put me in prison out in Northampton in Pennsylvania, man. When I went there, that kind of woke me up. You know what I mean? I came out, started doing good with music, taking off on YouTube a little bit. I mean, I got to the point where I was getting like 500 subs a day, sometimes 200, and then it would jump back up. I put one thing out, it would jump 1,700 subs in one day. And then I got to a standstill once I started stop doing reactions. It's like, once you stop doing reactions, your channel no longer starts building. I like a lot of people to comment on this video if you listen to this and you got to this point, if you think I should go back to reactions or not. Because reactions, my channels was growing, but I also had people tuning into the music. My first album that I dropped was Bars and Delivery Chapter 1, and that was number 74 on iTunes charts the day it came out with barely any promotion whatsoever. The first person I had reacted to was Upchurch, Brian Upchurch, man, big inspiration. That dude is great. Brian, shout out to Creek Squad and Brian Upchurch, man, and his inspiration on my life. I drove out to 3 different concerts of his, two. I went out to 2 2? I went out to Cotton Eye Joe's out in Tennessee, and then I went down to Florida to see him. We drove all the way down deep in Florida to see him and my ex-manager, the guy who used to shoot my videos and shit, but that's another story to talk about. Anyways, we went down there, and it was a big inspiration thing, man. I had spoke to church a few times. Upchurch shouted me out and gave me some love on music, man. And at that time, I had dropped an album, and it did good on the charts. It did good. People were pre-ordering it left and right. I had a series of people that were following me, showing me love, and those people now, like half of them, have switched up. I don't even know where they're at anymore. They don't check in. They claim Rev Game, blah, blah, blah. But you know, I love. There's going to be fans, but I love my supporters. My supporters are the ones that are there every day, no matter what, through thick and thin, no matter what depression I'm going through, no matter what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Because right now I got 2 lanes I'm chasing. That I'm passionate about. And this is going to be my 3rd one, podcasting, that I'm adding to the list. Like, something just said, yo, I just want to do this. I want to do this. And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it, podcasting. I like it. I'm able to vent to this mic. Some of y'all may turn it off. Some of y'all may listen all the way through. If you listen all the way through, man, salute. I love you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to grow, man. I want to grow on YouTube. I want to get my members up. I want my subs to go up. And that's going to come with a lot of dedication, hard work, and passion. And that's what I'm willing to put in. If you see the logos on the right of the screen, if you're watching the video, my bad, over this way, up top over here, right? Those logos you can get on t-shirts. I got my own. I hand do everything myself, so I can make coffee mugs, t-shirts, all that. This is the Nothing But Success podcast, man. It's your boy T-REV. This is my first episode, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe on the channel, because if you're listening to this on Spotify, it's on my YouTube channel as a video, and you can peep that. If you want to, come by. Like I said, it's all capital letters, T-REV space 757. Come by, tap in, subscribe to the channel, man, and let's keep building this foundation. Drop topics that you want me to cover down below. Anybody who wants to come on and join me, a guest host, or maybe 2 people I can bring up on the screen, I know how to do that. I'd like to get a couple people tapped in and do a podcast with a few guests out there. I want to do a couple interviews for some people. So if you know anybody that, you know what I mean, would like to hop up on here and talk about how we can spread the message to the youth out here that toting guns around and killing people and gang banging ain't cool like, you know, people make it out to be, because it ain't. You know, I lost a lot of homies. A lot of homies that were in the gangs, man. You know, I don't really know nobody out in East Chicago like that. You know what I'm saying? But I lost a lot of people. There's a problem. There's a big problem. I mean, every day you turn on the news, mass shootings. They don't speak on the stuff that's going on in Chicago and all the hoods of the people getting killed in Atlanta and in Norfolk. They don't speak on, especially Chicago, really don't speak on it. But anyways, man, shout out to everybody out there that has been there with me through day one since I've been doing this. I appreciate your support. I appreciate the love that you give me every day, man. It means the world to me. And I appreciate you show up whenever you can, whenever you're not working. I appreciate it. It does mean the world to me. And I'm going to keep doing this wholeheartedly. But anyways, man, like I said, it's your boy T-REV 757, man. Make sure you follow on that Spotify, follow on iTunes, anywhere you can get anything this podcast will be. Man, it's a Nothing But Success podcast, episode 1 with your boy T-REV, and I'm tapping up out this bitch, man. Let's get it.